jumping right into the video, I'm using my Milani Easy Brow Pencil Natural Taupe to fill in my eyebrows. And then in order to set that, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Plumper. And then I'm going to be using my Too Faced Insurance Primer for the eyelids and then blending that in with my fingers. And then in order to set that primer, I'm going to be using the Naked Basics palette, and I'm using the eyeshadow WOS. And for my crease, I'm going to be using the Milani Rose blush. I am using a blush as an eyeshadow, and I'm using my Wet n Wild blending brush in order to apply that into the crease. And I'm just going to build up that color. And then on top of that, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Pink Passion blush as again an eyeshadow, and I'm using a tapered brush in order to be more precise and really get that into the crease, and then blending that out. And then I'm using the Glitter Injection Pixapan palette, and I'm using the pink glitter, and I'm just going to be applying that all over my eyelids with a flat shader brush. Then I'm going to be creating the mask for the skull. I'm going to be using the Morphe gel eyeliner in Dusk, and this is a navy blue color, and I'm just going to be creating two small lines starting from the end of my ear and then continuing on and opening it up as I get to my mouth. And then I'm just going to fill that in with that same gel liner, and I'm not filling that in all the way because I am wanting to create a gradient effect. So I'm using the Morphe gel eyeliner in Winnow, which is a purple eyeliner, and I'm going to be shading that in, and whenever I get to the end, I'm just going to be using a light hand in order to create that fading effect. And then I forgot to apply foundation, but I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible in 103, and I would suggest to start out with your foundation first. So now I'm moving on to concealer. I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in 15, and I'm applying that underneath the eyes, a little bit on the bridge of my nose, and then just blending that in. And in order to set that concealer, I used the Airspun Loose Powder. And then I wanted to make my eyebrows purple, so I used Winnow and then just traced that same eyebrow shape I already had and just filled it in and made it purple. Then I used the e.l.f. Pink Passion blush and smoked out my lower lash line. And then again used that Winnow Morphe gel liner and apply that onto my waterline and a little bit underneath my waterline. And I used the same tapered brush in order to blend everything together. And then I'm using my NYC liquid liner in order to create a wing. I'm creating a thin wing, and I am extending that wing to the tail of my eyebrows. And then I'm going to be using the Too Faced felt tip liner in order to create the teeth. So I created two straight lines from the inner corner of my mouth, and then I canceled out my lips with the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. And then with the felt tip liner, I went ahead and created some lines onto my mouth, and this is going to be the teeth. So I just went ahead and made sure to try to make them even and make them look pretty similar to each other. So I start out on the top of my lip, and then I go ahead and create that straight line to the bottom of my lip. And then I used the Rimmel Kohl's eyeliner pencil in white in order to shade in between the lines, and I went ahead and just started creating those teeth. And then with the same Too Faced felt tip liner, I went ahead and filled in the inner rim of my lip, so when I close my mouth, I won't be able to tell that those are my lips. And then I went ahead and finished shading in the mask, and I went ahead and used a little bit more of that purple and made sure as I went down to use a lot less pressure in order to create that fading effect, and then use my NYC Sunny Bronzer in order to do a little bit of shading. So I went over those areas on top of the mask, and then used the Rimmel White Kohl's eyeliner pencil in white to create a little bit more shading and make it a little bit more realistic. And then with my Maybelline gel eyeliner in black, I went ahead and made those lines a little bit darker. And then with my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, I coated my lashes, and this is in purple. And then I went ahead with the same felt tip liner, went ahead and started creating the skeletal nose. So I created 2 points, one longer than the other, and then traced around my nose, and then filled that in with the Maybelline gel eyeliner, and just also made it a little bit more crisper and darker with the Maybelline eyeliner gel. And then I'm going to move on to glitter. I'm going to be using a nail art decor as a glitter. I'm using a Sassy and Chic nail art decoration kit and applying some lash glue onto that mask and just tracing over that mask and just applying that glitter. I mixed it all in a bowl and mixed all the colors and then just applied that and traced it along that mask. And I got this at the Dollar Tree. It was very cheap, only $1, and just made sure to cover that whole entire mask with the glitter. And then with the same glitter injection, with that same pink that I used on my eyes, I went ahead and used that on the nose and just gave it some glitter. And then where I shaded those parts, I used the Revlon art pen in gold in order to apply a little bit more glitter. And then also use that same exact Revlon art pen and used it where I created the lines for the teeth and applied some of that gold glitter. And then I used the Pink Passion blush in order to apply that all over my face in order to give it a pink hue, and I applied some false lashes off camera. That's the last step for this glam skull Halloween makeup tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe, and I hope you guys have a happy and safe Halloween. See you on my next video. Bye.